Hey everyone, Tyler here. The Mortgage Bankers Association just came out with a new report indicating that mortgage applications have decreased 13.1% just from last week. This is a big deal because with everything that has been going on with rates going through the roof, with prices going through the roof, with affordability being unattainable, we are seeing the first signs of relief potentially by a reduction in the number of mortgage applications. So in the course of this video, we're going to be talking about what has happened and what this could mean moving forward, and some of my theses on what I see happening and playing out as we move forward over the next couple months. So let's go ahead and get into the video. Okay, so here is the report from the Mortgage Bankers Association. Mortgage applications decreased in the latest MBA weekly survey. So here it indicates that mortgage applications decreased 13.1% from just a week ago. Obviously, we know that as rates increase, refinances are going to decrease, and they did so by 16% from the previous week and 56% lower than the same week 1 year ago. Now, just to give you an idea, a year ago, rates were around 3.1% approximately. Don't quote me on that, but they were really low. But we've jumped up quite a bit since then. Mortgage applications dropped to the lowest levels since December 2019 last week. Higher mortgage rates have quickly shut off refinances. Obviously, we know that. And conventional refinances in particular saw a 17% decrease last week. Now, we're going to go back into this conversation with conventional FHA and VA here in a second. Here, green highlighted, it says that the FHA share of total applications increased, not decreased, increased to 8.7% from 8.3% from the week prior. VA share of total applications increased to 9.9% from 9.3% from the prior week. This is very, very interesting. And the question that I had to ask myself is a couple things. First off is how much of the purchases that have been happening are cash purchases, number one, because I want to know if this reduction in applications is going to affect the inventory levels that we've been seeing. So we need to answer that. Number two is with this increase in FHA and VA applications, could it be that we may begin to see relief for those that are getting applications for FHA and VA? That is really the question. If the share for cash purchases is not significantly high and there's inventory available and a reduction in the number of conventional purchases, could we see finally relief for VA and FHA buyers? This could be a big deal. Now, long term, we'll talk about that in the second, but in the short term, relief for VA and FHA buyers is a big deal because it has been brutal out there in the market. I've had buyers that I'm just like, guys, it is very, very difficult for you as a FHA or a VA buyer to get accepted. You're going to have to sell everything and give everything to the seller just to get an offer accepted. And that's the case. I had 2 VAs accepted in the past 2 weeks, and we literally gave them everything and covered everything. So this is a big potential sign of relief. So let's answer the first question here is what are the levels for cash purchases? So according to the National Association of Realtors, we have cash sales accounted for 23% of transactions in December, which was down from 24% in November. So as we rev up into the spring months, I expect this number to be closer to 25, maybe 26% of all transactions are cash. So that means 1/4 of all the transactions, and that leaves 3/4 of the transactions. So with a reduction in conventional applications and an increase in FHA and VA, we will see more inventory for FHA buyers. This is extremely relieving for anybody that's looking for a FHA or VA loan. Okay, here is the rates that we've seen increase in just the last 2 months. We went from 3.2 to 4.1, just under 4.1 in a matter of a couple months. That is ridiculous. We've seen refinances drop to some of the lowest levels almost we've ever seen, and we have purchase applications. So this is not refinances and purchases combined. This is specifically for purchase applications. We're seeing them at levels of the third quarter in 2021, where we saw that decrease in 2021. Okay? And this is at the beginning of the year. However, if we zoom the chart out, we still see that purchase applications are still relatively high compared to where we've been in the past. We see right here, this is when this was COVID, when everything shut down, but we are right around pre-COVID levels for mortgage applications. Now, moving forward, here is really what we need to keep track of. In the short term, it's obvious that we're probably going to see relief for FHA and VA buyers. However, are they potentially buying at the top of the market? If this trend continues to go down with mortgage applications, obviously demand for homes is going to start sliding. And if it slides, how much is it going to slide? Now, in no way am I indicating we're going to see a huge transition in the current inventory levels that we've been seeing so far in 2022. But this is something to watch out for. This is what I would call a potential early indicator that we need to keep an eye on. So next week, are we continuing to see mortgage applications decline? And does it happen again? So that is going to be a key indicator. So short term, we're going to see, like I just said, relief for FHA and VAs. Long term, this is something we really need to keep an eye out for and see how it affects inventory levels. We have such low inventories right now and such a high number of buyers that have already applied for financing that haven't been able to purchase a home yet. An application with a loan officer will last 3 months. So they have 3 months to be able to purchase a home before they actually have to go back and reapply. So we're going to have this 3-month window that we're going to really keep track of. And if there's new developments in this, guys, I'll be sure to let you know. So if you like content like this, please consider subscribing. Like this video if it was helpful, guys. I appreciate you, and we'll see you in the next video.